Hello and welcome. My name is Ash and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I talk about everything travel from bookings to client tips and tricks. I go over everything, travel advisor trainings, how to become a travel advisor, you name it. It's everything travel that you need to know. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can get notifications. I do like to do travel advisor trainings like this. We're going to talk about automating with dlvr.it today. I try to do live streams every day because I realized that trainings don't have to be these big elusive things. I just need to get in here and tell you what it's about and then send you on your way. So I am trying to do that every day as much as I can to help you guys out. And it also helps me with a little bit of engagement, right? So I greatly appreciate you guys being here. And today we're going to talk about automating your social media with dlvr.it. Now, I know there's all these different types of social media planners, everything like that. But my friend Precious introduced me to this one a few months ago. And then once I kind of felt confident enough, I figured, we could start talking about it because everybody sees me use it on my trainings and they love it. So today I just want to do a breakdown of how it's honestly changed my social media game and it's made me more confident and more relaxed when it comes to planning content. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go over first the sign up process because this is a paid service. It's very cheap though. It's either $10 or $15, but honestly the $15 one is the best. Now, I know paid services, oh, that's annoying, but hear me out. When you start using this service, you tend to get more inquiries. Can I promise that? No, because you have to use it, like actually use it. But it's actually made it to where I'm reaching a whole different level of accounts than I used to. And with that, you're going to get inquiries, which means you're going to get bookings, and then that means you're going to get commission, right? So you're going to eventually need some tax write-offs. Here's one that's not too bad, right? $15 is a great tax write-off. So, excuse me. So let's talk about how cool it is. First, right off the bat, it can connect and share up to 21 social networks. That's a lot. You can post on one network and then cross post and like auto share it to every other social media network of your choice. And my favorite thing is there's a 14-day free trial. There's no affiliate link for this, guys. So I don't get no credit. You just sign up for it if you want it, okay? But there's a 14-day trial and it doesn't require a credit card to sign up with it. After the 14 days, if you want to keep posting, then you just pay the $15 or the $10 of your choose, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and sign in real quick. All right, so right off the bat, I'm going to go through the tabs and I'm going to talk about it. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the pricing and the kind of like the more information about them so you can see all of the social media networks that I post to. So let me go to account settings, my plan. All right, compare our plan. Okay, so the most popular one is the it's $15 a month. I have this one. I like this one, but they also have the basic, which is 3 profiles, unlimited posting, but you can only do 50 to X because I think it costs them more. You can do 25 RSS feeds and then have up to 15 things queued in your social. So the only problem with this one that I don't like is that you cannot add more social medias. On here you can just add 1 or 2 if you need it. And then 2, it doesn't do the echo. The echo is where it will come in and then like you can post that same post once a week, or you can post it once a month, or you can post it every day if you really wanted to. So I like that feature. That's what really makes it worth it to me, because I know there's a lot of different social media planners, but this is the only one that I have found that lets me repeat my posts, because my posts are good. So I'm going to repeat it for at least 2 weeks. That's great content. The same person that saw it last week isn't going to see it next week, right? So as long as I'm posting, and I like that feature. So honestly, I suggest this one, okay? I'm sorry, I keep talking too much. They also have a starter plan. So if you want to try it out and you don't have a lot of money to invest, you can try this one out too. And then even an agency one, which is obviously way better than that. So Here's all of the deliberate social networks that you can post to. These are the top ones. Facebook, X, the Blue Sky, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google Business, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. I don't know what this guy is, something else. WordPress, Blogger, Tumblr, Discord. I don't know what that is, and Nextdoor. So it has all these options as you get 10 of them, so you get to pick 10. And then where's the other part? You can cancel at any time. There's no contract, anything like that. Okay, fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's get into the actual posting here. So right off the bat, the first one I have is publish. From here, you can select your input, so you have to put what you're going to post. And then from there, it's going to have post settings where you should post it, and then outputs. This is just giving you an example. When you're doing this, I don't put it in here. But it's going to tell you what it can do. So RSS feed, you can find that on Ralio and on BranchUp. It will basically, it's like a feed. It sends the feed out to whatever network you set it up to. You set it up in here. Cross post, that's where you can cross post from. The same post can go to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, okay? Feed search, you can go in there and take a look at the feed and what it's going to be posting. So if you don't want something, remove it. We're going to create posts, of course. AI helper, that's your bestie right there. And then these are just some examples of where you can post. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at, well, we have automate. That's obviously automation. That one you can honestly go in and you can automate all of your socials. Like say if you just want to post on Facebook, then you will take that Facebook and then automate it everywhere else, kind of thing. Okay. The next one is the schedule. This is where you can see everything that you're scheduling here, right? So for example, I have it all set up, kind of planned out for the rest of the month. When you're scheduling out, you don't want to schedule out too far. I just do a month at a time because it fills up the queue very fast. This is the queue. So we get 150 of these at one time. So you don't want to post too much. You can post a lot, but don't post too far out because that's going to limit how much you can post. Okay. Posting times, I don't really mess with that. And then the ever queue is something that you need for the higher plans. We don't get that one. Then you can also take a look at the calendar option, and you can see here is how I have it planned out. This is my team building. So hold on, let me find. I have team building on here. I do everything on here. Let's do Instagram so you can see where I really post. There we go. So you can see my calendar is pretty full, right? I do a lot of posting. So for the next week, I have 4 plus 3, so 7, 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, and then 6. Yeah, okay. And then these are all deals I'm posting, by the way. And I accidentally put 2 on top of each other, which I don't normally recommend, but it's already in there and it's 2 different topics, so I'm just gonna leave it. But then in there too, you can go further out, but I haven't started for July yet. So you can take a look at it this way, or you can take a look at it through the schedule and then it will show you individually per day. But I like to look at this before I do any kind of planning. So the next option you guys can see is categories, and then you can add and look at your social media accounts there. The categories is good. If you get a post that you like to reuse a lot, you can put it in a category and then go to that category and then post it from there. And you can upload a lot of the files into it too. So I like that option. I haven't gotten to that part though, honestly. I'm still trying to figure out this part. And my social media is really taking it off now. So I'm trying to figure out what works. Like I'm in the process of discovering. So what kind of effect does this have on your socials? All right. I actually have it pulled up. So this is my Instagram that you guys see that I'm posting a lot on. I do have about 5,000 followers. And honestly, before I started posting, I wasn't really getting any action. I honestly used to not even like Instagram. I was a big TikTok person, and then TikTok started giving me all these copyright guidelines for using Ralio. Ralio sometimes gave me copyright guidelines. They actually don't like Ralio at all. If you're using TikTok, don't put your Ralio to it because TikTok requires organic content. They need organic ideas, your face, your voice, everything. So when you're throwing Ralio in there, it's just published social media that everybody else is publishing. It's coming off like you're copying. So that's what really kind of messed up my account. They shadow banned me. So I was like, you know what? Instagram's too, or not Instagram, TikTok's too much work for me. Let's move to a platform that I know I can master. So then I got introduced to, you know, I'm working on Instagram. Then I got introduced to dlvr.it, and then I took it to a whole new level. So I'm put this down to the last 14 days because honestly, I've been using it now for roughly about 2 months, like really using it like how you see on there. And this is what it's doing. I've gotten a lot of inquiries, and you have to keep in mind, this isn't just going to my Instagram. I'm also posting it to my Facebook, to my Blue Sky. Also, I'm posting it to, I don't remember the other one that I had there, but, oh, Threads. Threads, I like Threads too. So it's not just like this here. It's like when you go throughout. So what does that do? It brings in more inquiries. Now, I can't guarantee that or promise that, okay? Don't come back and be like, she said, nope, I don't want to hear that. But what I have seen it do, I have gotten 6 inquiries just this week. Now, I normally get like 2, 3, okay? But they're coming from all different spots because it's posting everywhere. So I highly recommend doing this. For that $15, I don't care about that $15. Not when I just booked a cruise 2 days ago, okay? I booked the whole cruise and I'm getting $400 in commission. Do you think I care about that $15 anymore? Nope, there it was. I need it now. I need a tax write-off, right? So highly recommend using it. Let me go back to it. So you guys, let's see. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. So sorry. I'm live and I'm just speaking like that, right? Nothing like having your kids home for the summer, right? I know how to ruin a live stream. All right, so real quick, let's talk about how I post. So typically what I do is I will come in and I'll take a look at my schedule. Obviously, I'll start planning for this kind of stuff. I don't do this in one day. There's no way. Do not plan to do it all in one day. Take it bit by bit. So I know for the most part, on the 29th of every month is when all the deals come out. So I can't do deals until the 29th. So on like the 24th and 25th, I'll start posting my 8 a.m.s. Then I'm going to set up my 10 a.m.s, my 1 p.m.s, whatever, right? Whatever that schedule that we made on my couple trainings back, how to 30 days of content in 60 minutes. Okay, that's when you start plugging it in. So by the time I get to July, whatever, I'm gonna have everything set up already to go. So if I were to say, let's start planning for July, I would clear all of this. This is just extra content because sometimes when I'm posting, I click too far down. But if you're doing like a post where it's going to continue on, you have to go down and then go over one. So I would say post here and then schedule it out to here so it hits that date. If you stop it on that date, it doesn't post. So you have to go over one. Okay. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But let's just say we're like, all right, we're going to post for July. I'm going to come here, hit new post. Oh, I was already working on it. Okay. Well, we'll start over. I didn't actually think it was going to save me. I was working on it and then I closed it out. All right, fine. Let's just do like this. Let me get it out. That's pretty cool. Oh, it also saves. I was gonna start planning for July and I put in my web book with me's and working on all that. Nope. Okay. All right. So this is what it will look like when you first start. And so I'll pick my platforms. I have my social, not my social, I have my team building here too, so I'm not gonna pick those. Facebook, Blue Sky, and Threads is what I'm going with right now. With a heavy focus on Instagram for me. So typically I have my post in ChatGPT already, and I'll split my screen and then post, get my videos, get my photos from Pexels as normally, or CapCut, whatever, and then have it all set up so I can just schedule it all up, right? But in some instances, I don't like to write it out ahead of time. It has an AI helper in here, so let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so we're just gonna make something up. Okay, family vacay deal 55% off for Cancun in September. All right, let's see. Okay, it has everything I need. Now I've talked to this thing a lot, so if it doesn't start off that way, just keep talking to it and it will automatically post. So there's that. Okay, I like that. Insert into post. Now it's telling me there's an error. You could technically break it down per network. We don't have to do that though. It's telling me it's because Instagram requires some kind of photo. So it's saying, hey, you have to add something. So let's look at that. You can add in here your file, or you can use Unsplash, which is like Pexels, but it only has photos. Excuse me. I'm talking too much with these 3 lives a day. All right, so let's just say travel. All right, now we have our photo in here, and there's a couple other options that we can mess around with as well. Let's see. All right, so we can also do hashtags. So it's going to give you, oh, look, this too. Let's get rid of that. Don't forget, it does this. You can leave it on there. It's not required. I don't know why it does that. So then it's going to give you hashtags like this you can use. Family, Cancun, travel. It already does those. So then I would just do vacation, whatever. But some networks will only let you write 300 posts. So I can't go any higher than that. But we have this here, emojis. You can add it to a category. So if you liked that post and you want to keep posting it, you can add it. And then we have customized for each network if you want to break it down. And then we have here where it says schedule. But we also have share now, so you can share it instantly. Share next, it'll add it to the queue or add to the queue if you want it like at the bottom. But if you want it at the top, it'll share it next. And then every queue is for the fancier plans, so we don't have that. So go in here, schedule. Here's the bread and butter. Look at this. So we schedule it for tomorrow. Okay, fine. I'm gonna just do like a basic, because I'm gonna keep doing this, I don't want to keep putting the up and down. I just put 9, 10, whatever. And then we want to repeat it. We can do it a day, but that's gonna take a lot of your post. So maybe once a week or once a month. And then we have the 17th. We want to carry it down, so we go to the 25th. Change that, and then schedule. And then it would automatically update on your calendar. Sometimes I pull up 2 tabs and I'll put the calendar on one and then put the scheduler on the other, and I go back and forth. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I do. That's how I build my calendars. It's really just changed the whole social media game for me, and it's made me more confident and more relaxed about social media. Like, I wouldn't be able to do these trainings with you guys if I had to sit down and schedule my content the way I used to. Now that I can do this, I don't have to think about it anymore. I know what I'm posting. It's already set up. I can keep going. So that's the biggest game changer for me. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, I will be staying live for a little bit longer. And I'm just going to kind of chill out. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment below, help your girl out. I really like posting these, trainings. And if you have any ideas for more trainings, please let me know. I like to train on all topics. So if you have something that you want to learn more about and you're interested, and if I know, I will be more than happy to go over it and train with you. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to play some background music and answer any questions in the chat if there are. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.